This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill no
Wait a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World. I'm SeptumSin. Today is a very special day as it is Election Day. And because of that, we have no Gundam. Well, I don't know if it's because of Election Day, but I will be very busy that day. I'll be actually out volunteering from 5 a.m. till, God knows, I think 8 p.m.
Get used to disappointment.
That is a lot of time to be working. But if I have the ability to, this will be shared. If not, it'll be shared this evening. Either way, this will go up on time on the channel because I'm going to make sure of that. With luck, Kotobuki Jake, who also will be working late on that day, will be a part of this video. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle.
Bye-bye.
So with that being said, let's roll that beautiful Blu-ray and DVD footage.
Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. Oh, Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. I never knuckled under. I just gave up. All I have now are memories in my empty cup. She wasn't like Mary. She listened to my thoughts. She wasn't like Wendy, who was looking for a dad for her son Johnny. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. Oh, Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. She wasn't like Zoe. She always called me back. She wasn't like Kathy. I wasn't the only one she had. Oh, Jeannie, come back to me. I want you in my life again. Oh, Jeannie, I want you back in my life again. So close. Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. Oh, Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. Oh, Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. Oh, Jeannie, Jeannie again. She is all that I want, Jeannie. Oh, Jeannie. Monday passed without a word of love we had on Saturday. The weekend kiss, our innocence missed. I can't stop thinking of you. Tuesday's gone, you don't ring my phone. Wednesday, you don't look my way. I got the midweek heartache that's got me down in the dumps. 4 days before you held my hand and put your arms around my neck. Now you don't think of me, you won't even see me. It's times like these I wish I had time machine, a time machine. I wish I had a time machine, a time machine, a time machine, so I could go back in time when you loved me. When you loved me. There's no fancy way to say what we had last Saturday that felt so real on Lover's Lane was nothing more than a springtime fling. A springtime fling. I guess now that it's over, there's nothing I can do about it. It's times like these I wish I had a time machine, a time machine. I wish I had a time machine, a time machine, a time machine, so I could go back in time when you loved me. When you loved me.
That's a lot of cool stuff here that day. Let's talk about one of my favorites here, Bill and Ted Face the Music. I can't wait for this to come out. This is going to be really cool. I wish I had the money to pay $20 for it. The funds are short, so I will be waiting a little bit. Though there is a 3-film collection coming out that I may get, because I've only got the first 2 on DVD, so it might be cool just to upgrade it to do a 3-set Blu-ray. I mean, that's $30, but it would be a deal I could see myself springing for, because it's only $10 a movie, and they're good movies. Bill and Ted was a part of my childhood. I actually have pictures. If I have one, I'll put it up here, of me and my friend in 7th grade, because we were both obsessed with Bill and Ted, doing the, for it. So I just thought I would put that out there so you could see. I really loved it. A lot of people, Wayne's World, who came a little bit later, that was their thing. And then, of course, others had their thing out that they attached to. For us, it was Bill and Ted, just hit at the right time. Also, Keanu Reeves, a career starter. So, and it's hard looking at him now to think of him back then. But, yeah, take a look at these movies. It'll be cool. Blade the Iron Cross. I'm a fan of Puppet Master. Full Moon puts this out, and Blade is one of the puppets from Puppet Master. So I've heard this does attach, so it is on my radar of something to get. It's not super expensive. I may have to get it eventually. I am still waiting and thinking about it. But Hayate the Combat Butler I would have gotten if I didn't already get it. But I've got them in like 1-season packs, and there's a whole bunch of it. This way you get it all in one place. This Ultimate Collection, I think it's pretty cool. Sentai tends to put sales on their stuff, so eventually this will probably be fairly affordable. And in reality, if you haven't picked up all the individual pieces, I would definitely get it in this format. It's sort of like anything else, like Negima or any of these. If you can get them like in the Ultimate format, you're probably better off, they've started to get me thinking, like, these ones that they're releasing in one season packs where I know that the series is ended, it might be good to just wait until they do an Ultimate Collection. It'll have everything in it. It'll all be in one place. I got that for Hidamari's Sketch. I didn't wait, but I had the DVD, so it was kind of good to upgrade. With Hayate the Combat Butler, I have it on Blu-ray, so it's not a huge upgrade, but still, it's kind of cool. Inuyasha Set 3. We're seeing Inuyasha continue to release on Blu-ray. I like this. I think it's a cool thing. My set is pretty compact. I've got no real major rush to get it on Blu-ray. Yashahime is pretty cool. It's been going strong, and I look forward to collecting that on Blu-ray as it releases. But, again, I'm a Rumiko Takahashi fan, so of course I'm going to keep collecting that stuff. Now, one I think is big is the Monty Python Flying Circus set. I mean, it looks small. It's teeny tiny. Whereas the Mega set is... I mean, it is a Mega set. It used to be like this big thing you'd see. They're about the same cost because it's over $100. So I'm probably not going to downsize, but if it ever gets to be affordable, I probably will downsize this so that it'll be, well, what's the word? So that it'll be easier to fit in my collection. I mean, we run out of room, us collectors. I'm planning on getting one more shelf, and that'll probably be it for expanding. So, and I want to get another shelf for my manga, but and I might move my manga back to the main room while I am in that process. But we'll see. My Hero Academia is getting a third season release, which is cool. Now they have all the stuff out that I have. I am missing part 1 of season 4 and the second movie. I'm going to wait till those come down. I'm going to wait for a full season set of part 4. I just got that nice Walmart set that had the first 3 seasons all packaged together, which is nice. For a pretty cheap price. I mean, $60 some for 3 of these Blu-ray seasons. That's not bad. And I'll get the 4th season once they give a full release of it, and I'll probably get back into watching it. It's really awesome. I've seen the second movie. I need to get that in the collection. I want to get the one with the collectible pen, but I just don't know. I got a little shrine to it over that way, which you won't see, but it is there. Another series I just want to touch on, I'm sure Jake will talk about it more, which is The Office. Now, I've seen the British version. I have not seen a single episode of the American release. I know. But I just don't have any interest in it. I didn't really like all that much the British release. I've got it because it's a fairly important release, and I may give it another try. It just, I don't know, it felt like a slog, and I don't know if I want to go through a 9-season slog to get through it. That's a lot of episodes. But, check it out. Listen to Jake. I'm sure he'll elaborate on it and tell us how much we need to love the series. One more before the last is One Punch Man Season 2. I have the first season. I have yet to watch a single episode. I've heard a lot of people say it's really good, but I've heard the second season kind of drags it down a little bit. About this guy, he's just kind of comically overpowered. I mean, everybody he takes out in one punch. So, but I'm curious. A lot of people love the series. I guess I should check it out. I've never been a fan of a lot of these overpowered character series, but I mean, I do understand what they're trying to, make fun of, so maybe I will enjoy it. I'm sure. How many of y'all have watched One Punch Man? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Is it worth it? Is the second season good, or is it not as good? Is that the down step that other people have said it is? So another one that's coming out is this Herschel Gordon Lewis set, this Feast. And I have this. Now, the other one is a standard release, so it's going to be smaller. But you can see this is kind of like that Gamera set. It's really cool. I mean, you got the cutout right here in the back. And this guy put out a lot of cool stuff in the 70s. This was the Splatterfest time. Wizard of Gore, Gore Girls, things like that. This guy put this stuff out. He is that individual. I think if you haven't checked it out, you should. Arrow's putting out the standard release, so you don't have to worry about it running out quite as quickly as it did as it did prior. Now, to me, that's a good thing. I'm glad. I would not have been happy if it, didn't. If it did go away, like, for good. So if you haven't gotten it yet, check this out. It's a pretty good package. So the next up is A Rainy Day in New York. This is one that Woody Allen had. He had a 3-movie deal with Amazon, and, well, we thought that it was going to, he thought it was going to work out well, but then, of course, the old stuff, it just came back up again, the old charges and stuff came back up about the whole, I'm not going to go too far, you will know what it is when you look at it. It came up again. And sadly, this met with his not getting these things. Amazon kind of welching on their deal. And eventually, after a lawsuit and so on, it took a lot. But finally, he has been able to get this, of the last of the 3 films. I think it was Wonder Wheel, Cafe Society, and this. I could be wrong. I can't recall. This film had only like meh reviews, like it looked okay. I've got a version of it that released in Europe. I plan on upgrading to the US release to show my support. It's only 14 something. If you like Woody Allen stuff, check this one out. Finally, we have War of the Colossal Beast. Now this is sort of like a sequel to The Colossal Man, which, this guy gets exposed to some sort of radiation, he grows really large, and craziness ensues. He gets taken down and then gets brought back from the dead in War of the Colossal Beast. These were on Mystery Science Theater. That's how I was introduced to them. Still a great way to have some monster mashing fun. I enjoyed these movies, and I enjoyed them with and without the commentary, so check them out. Well, this is all that I have. I hope you've all enjoyed this. If you have, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share, and let us know in the comments what you have that you like. Now, I, however, am going to be done, but if we get lucky, Jake will be here to answer the call. So let's call Jake and see what he has. If we can't reach him, though, you'll see the credits. So, bye-bye.
Greetings, this is Kotobuki Jake for SeptumSin vs. the World. I'm sure you've already heard Septum's take on this week's releases, so I'm coming to you now with my take on the releases. There may be some overlap. We're filming these a little differently than usual. This hopefully will be the last week on this particular setting, but because of my multiple things on my thing, but also he's actually working the polls Tuesday morning. We wanted to keep our make the maximal advantage of minimal time. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to go through myself the list of items this week. Some of them. There's 3 re-releases, I believe, from Kino for Clint Eastwood. An old Don Siegel film, his take on The Beguiled, which was recently remade by Sofia Coppola. Both of them technically adapting the book rather than her remaking this one. It's apparently very different. Her movie was nice. It wasn't my favorite one. I'm intrigued about the original. And then, of course, The Iger Sanction and Play Misty for Me are both films directed by Eastwood. I've seen Play Misty for Me. It's kind of creepy about a disc jockey who gets a stalker. Iger Sanction I'm less familiar with, but those are both interesting. And if you're an Eastwood fan, good opportunity to get a bunch of his. We're also seeing a re-release of the Bill and Ted movies, but more specifically, there's a new movie came out at the end of summer, Bill and Ted Face the Music. And that is getting its own release, but there's also a triple pack of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted, what was the second one? Oh, I feel really silly here. Bogus Journey, there you go. And Bill and Ted Face the Music. I have actually never seen these movies. I need to. Inconceivable! I think I saw part of the animated series that came out. There's an interesting release that supposedly is an eBay release, strangely enough, although Amazon's apparently offering it too. And I'm not really sure that it's considered a Blu-ray. It's listed as Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, and Anaglyph 3D. But it's apparently a documentary / visual tour of a garden in Wichita, Kansas, known as Botanica. And this is called Botanica 3D. As a plant geek, I approve. And I love how the cover apparently has Rattlesnake Master, some sort of Erangium on it. I want to see this. It looks interesting. I had difficulty looking it up for purchase, but like I said, supposedly eBay and Amazon will be offering it. Next up, we've got a Japanese film called Yokogao, or as it's getting, the American release is called A Girl Missing. 2019 release by Koji Fukada, starring Mariko Tsutsui, and it's apparently a home care nurse's relationship with the family she has spent years working for is threatened when her nephew is arrested for kidnapping their daughter. Sounds interesting enough, and I am always down for a Japanese drama, so I'm curious about that. We've also got big news, and I know Septum's going to go in on this, but I'm going to mention it too. What may go down is the final Woody Allen film. We don't know yet, but certainly one that's been in release limbo for a while now is a film called A Rainy Day in New York. It was the third of the 3 Amazon films that he did. Wonder Wheel and I believe Cafe Society maybe were the others. And it's finally coming out a little while after the fact. Of course, written and directed by Allen, but also starring Timothée Chalamet, Elle Fanning, Liev Schreiber, Selena Gomez, Jude Law. Pretty intriguing cast there. A young couple arrives in New York for a weekend where they are met with bad weather and a series of adventures. It could do worse. A bad Woody Allen film is still a good film. Depends a little bit on how much mileage Woody Allen gets with you, but you know. Next up, another one that may depend on how much mileage you get, considering it's got a picture on the cover of Richard Pryor with a whole bunch of Klansmen behind him. There's a film from 1981 coming out called Bustin' Loose that co-stars Richard Pryor and Cicely Tyson. And I gotta say, I'm usually down for anything with Richard Pryor. That's probably worth looking at. It's probably going to be fun. You know. 2 TV series that I'm quite interested in getting are getting complete series releases this week. Now, I'm almost sure The Office already had one, so I'm not really sure what's special and different about this one. But The Office, of course, was a 9-season series that was a remake of a much shorter British series. The co-starred Steve Carell as Michael Scott, one of the worst managers in history. Also co-starred Rainn Wilson, John Krasinski, Jenna Fisher, B.J. Novak, Mindy Kaling, a whole bunch of other folks. Craig Robinson's in there. Very enjoyable series, very fun. I've seen bits and pieces here and there. I have some of it, but I would love to get a complete series. And one I have not seen, but I've heard a great deal about, and I'm intrigued by, is a series, a much shorter series, a 6 season zone. Okay, it was longer than I thought. This called Schitt's Creek. Schitt. Schitt's Creek is co-stars Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, and that right there sells me. Anything that you got the two of them in. You've also got Chris Elliott and a lot of appearances. Dan Levy and Annie Murphy, I believe, play the children of Levy and O'Hara. When rich video store magnate Johnny Rose and his family suddenly find themselves broke, they are forced to leave their pampered lives to regroup in Schitt's Creek. So, I want to see this. And it's getting a complete collection, so good times. The requisite Criterion release, I'll go ahead and bury the lead. Usually that's somewhere at the beginning or end, but the middle, this week we've got a 1978 film called Girlfriends, written and directed by Claudia Wheel, I guess. A photographer and her girlfriend are roommates. She is stuck with small-time shooting jobs and dreams of success. When a roommate decides to get married and leave, she feels hurt and has to learn how to deal with living alone. Co-stars Melanie Marin, Eli Wallach, Christopher Guest. Speaking of Christopher Guest, Bob Balaban, another regular in his films. Okay, that could be worth a look. In a Criterion release, so it's automatically something of a priority. That's how that goes. A number of re-releases of anime this week. Some of them, and also continuations of long series. One Piece is picking up its continuation with Season 10 Voyage 3, aka episodes 601 to 614, which is well beyond what I have read in the series, so I really don't know. But we've got Zoro and Nico Robin on the cover, it looks like. I know Zoro's on the cover there. But anyway, a lot of the characters in the series, frankly, look alike. One Punch Man, Season 2 is coming out, so good times there. Really good times. We've got Volume 3 of the Blu-ray release of Inuyasha, covering episodes 56 to 83. And we have Season 3, the complete Season 3, from Funimation of My Hero Academia. Pretty awesome series there. And Sentai is putting out Hayate the Combat Butler Ultimate Collection. And it is a pretty swanky looking box set there. This is not a limited edition set, but it kind of looks like it almost could be. But basically, they are combining seasons 1 through 4. Season 1, of course, a 52-episode season. The 25-episode season 2 and 12-episode seasons 3 and 4. Also, the movie, Heaven is a Place on Earth. I already have all of these in their individual releases. Although I don't have Season 1 on Blu-ray, I have the old school release of that one. This would be a really cool slimmed down way to get the whole thing, and if you don't have it already, you should jump on it. Couple of other anime coming out this week. One is called Tsunoharaso no Karenin-san, or as it's being released, Miss Caretaker of Tsunoharaso. It could be fun. Kind of a slice of life, ecchi, harem-ish dorm life series about a young man and older busty women. Yeah, it's probably not a high art, but it should be fun. And then we also have Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. One of many recent series that's a victim of an overly lengthy title. But apparently this is supposed to be a fun show. And ANN's plot summary is, the goddess Lista summons a hero who excels in every area to assist her. He's everything she expected him to be except for one tiny thing. This anxious hero can't do anything unless he's absolutely sure nothing can go wrong. So, in a sense, it's kind of like a Woody Allen character, but with everything on the, like, all the stats are perfect, but the personality, I could be wrong, but that's how I read it. It looks fun. I'll give that a go eventually. We also have a weird-looking film, apparently a pseudo-documentary from China called, I'm sorry, I'm very tired today, Our Time Machine. And it says, when influential Chinese artist Ma Liang, aka Ma Leon, realizes that his father, Ma Kei, an accomplished Peking opera director, is suffering from Alzheimer's, he invites his father to collaborate on his most ambitious project to date, a haunting, magical, autobiographical stage performance featuring life-size mechanical puppets called Papa's Time Machine. Through the creation of this play, the two men confront their mortality before time runs out and memories are lost forever. That sounds really cool. I'm excited about that. I'll give that a go. One that I'm less excited about, there is a classic film from, I think, 68 or thereabouts, based on a play by Neil Simon known as The Odd Couple. You've probably heard of that once or twice. Featured Jack Lemmon as the Nebuchadnezzar Felix, and Walter Matthau as the slovenly Oscar. They made a sequel 30 years later. And I was interested in this when it came out, but I don't think I ever saw it. Well, it's getting a re-release this week because reasons. So, there you go. Another one getting a re-release this week is a Spike Lee joint, a concert doc, if you will, called The Original Kings of Comedy, that basically looks at stand-up performances by Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and the late Bernie Mac. And I always intended to see this. I never got around to it. I really need to see more Spike Lee films, especially some of his more documentary-type offerings. I really haven't looked into those. This looks good, though, and I'm excited to see it eventually. It is getting a re-release, so good deal. And then we'll end with a classic. And now for something completely different. Yes, Monty Python's Flying Circus is getting a re-release, which I'm going to say it's been a while since this has been in print. I could be wrong, but I think it's been a while since this has been in print, so it's about time. And I'm pretty sure this is the first Blu-ray release. It's the first one I'm aware of. But exciting. I look forward to seeing, I've got it, but it might be kind of cool to get a slimmed down Blu-ray pack for this, so I'll keep an eye out. And if you don't have it, you gotta get it. Monty Python is essential. And Flying Circus, like most sketch comedy series, is a mixed bag, but it has some classic moments. The Dead Parrot sketch, the Crunchy Frog sketch, the Ministry for Silly Walks, all kinds of good stuff. So give that a go. And that is all I've got So that'll be it. So enjoy. If you could, as per usual, I'm going to assume he's putting me on the end of the video like he did last week. So I'm going to say, as per usual, like, subscribe, check out our other good stuff. And God willing, we will all still be here after Tuesday. Bye.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.